うわー、すごい美人だ。さすが進学校、ビバ進学校。なんか悪いことしたかな。僕なんか悪いことしたかな。
The romance genre had a lot to offer this year, and today I will share my top 5 picks for the year. Keep in mind I won't be including sequels since they will easily take the top spots, and all of us wants to see new things. Then again, it's completely based on my own personal opinion, so let me know which is your favorite pick for the year. But before we start, be sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications to never miss upcoming videos. Let's start with an anime that pleasantly surprised me with its characters. Bottom tier character Tamazaki is an anime about an introvert, antisocial, and an epic gamer named Tamazaki. He is Japan's best player in the online game Attack Families. Despite holding such a revered title, he is pretty antisocial without any friends, and he sees life as a game with unfair rules, and he sees himself as a bottom tier character. However, his life takes a turn when he meets his rival in real life, who turned out to be his beautiful classmate and the most popular girl in the school. She then proceeds to turn him from zero to the hero. We basically see him as his character develops along with some of his classmates that I wish I had in real life. I actually never expected it to turn out quite exceptional, and I believe you will enjoy it as well. Moving on, we have Horimiya. Horimiya is undoubtedly one of the most famous manga series ever, and naturally everyone expected it to be a great anime adaptation. However, let me be honest with you, but it was kind of a letdown in some aspects. That might have been because I expected way too much from it, but regardless of that, it's still a really good rom-com that everyone might find enjoyable. This story is also about an introvert, but our main character here is a total badass outside of school, but one day he meets Hori, a girl of his class outside of school. This marked the beginning of their story with some more relationship and love triangles blooming along the way.
Oi, そこの JK. こんな時間に何してんだ。家に帰れ。
Hige Hero is an anime that is pretty controversial due to its premise. Its premise might raise some red flags in many people's mind, but believe me, it's not something immoral, rather it's made for awareness among the teenagers in Japan. I initially thought that the author just made it up, but then I saw this video in my recommendation, and after watching it, I realized many things. Although in the anime we do see a very good ending, and I'm really happy with that, it's a really wholesome show with some good characters, and it also feels pretty mature as most of the characters are middle-aged working adults. So I suggest you give it a try, not only for the story, but also for learning one of the dark side of Japan. Next up is Remake Our Life. Remake Our Life is an anime with a very common idea of time traveling, but that's not what makes the show great. It's not exactly an unique idea, but let's face it, we're in 2021 and most ideas have been overused already. Remake Our Life decides to use time travel as a catalyst to remake a main protagonist's life. So let's look at the premise. For starters, we have to understand that our MC is 28 years old who became unemployed after his company went bankrupt. It's a circumstance that happens often in the video game industry. By getting a second chance at life, he can literally make his own life successful again by becoming a more creative game creator. It's harder than it sounds, but thanks to the second chance, he can follow his dream and not be a washed-up salaryman. Despite being the main protagonist, the show shares a fair amount of screen time for its leading cast. It's almost as if the cast is linked and destined to meet one another. Overall, I definitely suggest you to give it a try. And my final and top pick for the year is none other than Komi Can't Communicate. Komi-san was a pleasant surprise. I expected it to be good, but it turned out to be the best romance anime for me this year. The story is about a massive introvert named Komi who has communication disorder. She is unable to utter a word nor sound in her daily life due to her crippling anxiety and fear of rejection by her peers. However, everyone sees her as a divine being, and the world she lives in is literally a Komi simp universe. But the best thing after Komi-san herself are the incredible characters. We have a normal main character, a being that no one can explain, a yandere, a dog, and so on. But the best thing I found after the characters are their names. For example, Tadano's full name literally means a normal person, Nagini's full name means childhood friends, and so on. This anime makes me feel good when I'm watching it, not to mention the incredible comedy in it. Overall, it's definitely worth watching. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and be sure to give a like to help make more videos like this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing that as well. Also, you can join our Discord server to chat with other otakus like yourself. With that being said, see you next time.